types of angles. If you can identify types of angles, it makes a lot of things a whole lot easier. So we're going to talk about 4 types of angles here. The first one is an acute angle. So an acute angle has a measurement that is between 0 and 90. So the measure of the angle is between 0 and 90. So when you think about the initial side of an angle, and then this is the 90-degree mark, right? So straight up. So if you are creating a positive angle and it is somewhere in, we would say, quadrant 1, right? So if you think about this, any angle in quadrant 1, a positive angle is going to be acute. So, there's an acute angle. There is an acute angle because it is less than 90. So it could be 89, it could be 1. Anything between 0 and 90 is an acute angle. Right angles are, those are the easy ones because they are just 90 degrees. So anytime we have a straight up 90 degrees. What's very important with 90-degree angles is you need to be able to see, I like to call it the jobby. I think it does have an official name, but you're going to have that square or rectangle piece that shows it's a 90-degree angle. That is super important. So we have 90-degree angles. They are the right angles. Obtuse angles, those are where the measure of the angle is between 90 and 180. So we know that here we have our 90-degree angle. So we know that in Q1, quadrant 1, we have acute angles because those are between 0 and 90. Then we have the right angles at exactly 90. And then in quadrant 2, anything from 90 to 180 gives us an obtuse angle. So if you think about it, it would go, start at the initial side, and then maybe it goes to here. So this piece here would be the angle. So maybe it's 120 degrees or 140 degrees or whatever. So the obtuse angles will end up in quadrant 2 because the straight up vertical line is 90 degrees and then the flat straight across is 180. So anywhere in between those are the obtuse angles. And then the straight angles, again, a nice one where it's 180 degrees. So again, if we think about 90, the other side is also 90. So the straight angle is just the whole thing from the initial all the way, the positive x-axis to the negative x-axis. We have ourselves straight angles. So those are the 4 types of angles you need to be able to identify.